Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to do a story titled, My Fiancée of 4 years Cheated on Me. And he says, oh, by the way, we are both Muslim. And guys, this is about a young guy, 26 years old, thought he had a great relationship, all set to be married pretty soon, and finds out that a year after he proposed to his girl, she's been cheating on him. An entire year after the proposal. And of course our guy, although heartbroken, handles it just right. But that's only part of the story. The real part of the story is, number one, all her BS excuses that won't surprise anybody here. You've heard them. And number two, all the people that knew. It is unreal how many people not only knew she was cheating, but encouraging her, egging her on. It's crazy. And it's a perfect example, guys. If you're going to propose nowadays, you better hire a private investigator beforehand to, dig up all the dirt on her to see who you're getting involved with. Not just before you propose, but also before you say I do. A lot of PIs getting business. Number two, sadly, you can't trust anybody. If you think her friends will pick you over her or say don't cheat on him, or sisters or cousins, you're wrong. You really, it's just unfortunate that code they have. So, it starts off, says here, I'm 26 years old, and my fiancé also 26, and we've been together for 4 years. We got engaged this January after a lot of pressure from her family and friends. We kept saying that 4 years was long enough, and it was time to get married. Well, although I'm not familiar with that culture, at the end of the day, it's your life. Gotta do what's best for you. Don't let other people pressure you. We both come from a Muslim country where people are encouraged to marry young, especially women. By 25 years old, girls are considered old. I met her through my aunt after I graduated from university. My aunt showed me a photo of her, and I immediately thought she was beautiful. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Well, I got her number, started texting her, and asked her out a week later. She seemed so genuine and kind. She was both beautiful, both inside and out. Well, except you didn't know the inside of her, some other dude did. We had shared interests like reading and religion. I told her early on that I didn't want to rush into marriage. I want us to really get to know each other before settling down. Very sensible, brother. A background here. I never had parents. I live with my aunt. She lost her husband in the accident and never remarried. I consider her my mother. Well, when he says he never had parents, I guess they died or something happened to them when he was young. Obviously, he had parents. Important thing here, I also never had a girlfriend before her. Here we go. I didn't date in school or university. I was focusing on studying, getting scholarships, as I didn't want to be a burden to my aunt. My fiancé, however, had dated before. That never bothered me. I believed the past didn't matter, and I was her present and hopefully her future. Smack! Her past does matter, brother. Now I'm going to take a moment here and give you a little more info about this guy. This guy, again, no mom and dad, raised by his aunt. And his aunt is a very loving aunt to take care of him. We got a Peter Parker situation going on here. However, our guy clearly didn't have a male role model to teach him reality. And no girlfriends, no dating, I guess, until after university. Now, I'm all for a young man focusing on his purpose. But if you want to get married one day, guys, you got to get a little experience before you jump into the arena, if you will, in your mid-20s or late 20s. Because otherwise, you are going to be eaten alive, especially in today's world. And guess what? The BS that happens here in the West also happens in Muslim countries, as you're about to find out. It's just more covert. But this guy here, as you're going to see, is very clueless in a lot of ways, even though he's a good guy. But when it comes down to it, this guy does what he has to do. I just got to mention that because he has a lot of slappable moments here, but nobody taught him, In all our years together, we never crossed the line. We only ever kissed. I wanted my future wife to be my first. Since we were both Muslim, I thought we felt the same. Where I'm from, a woman's virginity is still something as very important culturally and religiously. And despite all that, she's been cheating on me with another man since August of last year. It's been almost a year now. Okay, my bad. So she was cheating on him before he proposed to her, but still almost a freaking year because it's July now. I've never been the jealous or controlling type. I've known her passwords for years. She used the same one for everything, but I never checked her phone or tried to snoop. I respected her privacy. She knows all my passwords too. Well, clearly she either has another phone or she has different ways of communicating with said lover here. However, how I found out, Yesterday we were at a concert. She loves posting about everything in her life. There's a red flag. Right there. You're with a girl that has to broadcast everything she does and feels and thinks on social media. That means she's an attention whore and can't function without attention validation. No, this is a bad way to go. Well, while I was recording a video of her, she got a WhatsApp message. It was from someone asking about her plans for the next day. Oh, how interesting. The message itself didn't seem suspicious, but the contact name was saved as a girl's name, even though the profile picture clearly showed a man there, which I thought was weird. Oh, Miss Beautiful Inside and Out isn't so beautiful. Yeah, this wasn't an accident, brother. Still, I didn't say anything. I handed her phone and acted like nothing happened. Good, man. Play it cool. After the concert, she went to the restroom and left her phone with me. I locked myself in the men's room and checked her messages. The chat with him had already been deleted. I saved his number and looked him up, and sure enough, it was a guy. That's when I knew something was going on, but I need more proof. I searched his name on WhatsApp and found group chats with her best friends, the same friends who pressured me about the engagement. So he's doing all this, through her phone. The first mention of him was from August. One of her friends asked if he had dropped her off and if anything had happened between them. All her friends knew about this guy. Because again, he's going through WhatsApp and the conversations with her friends and all that. And she said yes. Then her friend sent her a winky emoji. Then they video called her. I don't know what they talked about, but I can only imagine. Well, 2 weeks later in the chat, she messaged about him again in this group, saying that she had given him a BJ and SCX in the car. Again, not so beautiful in the inside and out, except this guy's seeing the inside here. Now I want to point something out here. I'm not sure if he thought she was a virgin. It sounds like he thought she was a virgin. And this guy was, and wanted to wait. Thought she was so beautiful and religious and a good family and all that. Well, guess what? Not the case. And oftentimes, I've heard stories about certain cultures where, they're supposed to be a virgin when they get married. Well, maybe one part is pure, but the other parts aren't pure. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do some thinking to figure that out. Well, that moment broke me. Her friends video called her again, and a month later, in September, in a chat, they asked her how her date with him went. Yes, date. She replied that she is shy talking about it with the emoji. And then again, there's another proof of a video call. After that, there were no more messages using his name. Maybe she started using a nickname to hide things better. So there you go. All this time, all her girlfriends knew. They're egging her on. But they see this guy clearly this guy telling the story here. He is very, inexperienced, naive. Watched too many movies, all that. Had no guy to teach him anything. And they saw him, this girl saw him as the type you marry. Not the type you have fun with. And all her friends are egging her on. What truly crushed me was realizing that even her family, her mom and sisters, knew about the guy. This is the family he's marrying into. She doesn't have any brothers, just 5 sisters. In December, they messaged her telling her she had to make a choice between me and the other guy. Well, that's nice they said that to her, but why aren't they calling her, the devil or something like that? And telling you. She replied that she knows, and one of her sisters asked if I knew, and she wrote, of course not. What's funny is that her mom said that I would make the better husband. I had a stable job, car, and a house under my name. Her words were that I was husband material. The other guy had nothing. That was the moment my heart broke completely. Yeah, bro, you were the guy that the girl marries, not the guy they have fun with. End of story. It's no different, that part of the world, as it is here in the West. This is my point, guys, that it doesn't make a difference where you are in the world. Human nature is human nature, good, bad, and ugly for men or women. This is why people say, your material SSM doesn't matter to me. My culture is different. Oh, yeah? Right here. Well, it was clear after that conversation that she chose me to be her husband, but kept the other guy as her boyfriend, because 1 month after she and her parents and her friends actively encouraged me to make the proposal. I felt so dumb, as embarrassing to admit, but I wanted to cry like a little girl. Dude, there's no shame in crying after finding out that all these people in your life, especially the one you're going to marry, betrayed you like this. There's no shame. Just don't let her see you do it. Let it out in private. Important note, you might think I spent hours digging through her phone. I did not. It took less than 5 minutes to find it all. Just a few minutes to destroy everything I believed about her. Yeah, anyway, it's not like he was in the bathroom for an hour. His girl was probably outside like, what is he doing? He's taking the biggest shit ever. Well, when I came out of the restroom, she was waiting and asked why I took so long. I told her I had a stomachache. I drove her home. We don't live together, so I just dropped her off. I haven't said a word to her or anybody else since. So here's my question. Should I just walk away or should I get revenge? Well, you should walk away and get revenge. She deserves it. If I tell my aunt, she'll destroy all her family, sisters as well. Once the gossip spreads about her being a 304, her reputation as well as her sisters will be destroyed. Tell your aunt. Shit. Use your aunt to tell your aunt. Your aunt will want to protect you. She could open a can of whoop-ass on her and all those hoe bags. Now we're going to go on to an update here. He says here, I just want to update you guys. I hope you're ready for a long ride. Answering your questions first, one person wrote, this is a fake story because we're Muslim. I didn't say I'm from an Islamic country. I'm from a country where most people are Muslim, but the girls are not obligated to wear hijabs. My partner, not my aunt, not her friends, wear hijabs. Such countries do exist. That's what bothers some of you. Okay, not a strictly Islamic country, but a country that has a lot of Muslims, and so it's not adhering to all the things, but still, the culture. Last time I checked, and it's not exactly big on their women. They expect to be a little more behaved. One friend asked whether I made evidence. Yes, I did. I'm proud that I did that. Screenshots and also audio recordings on my phone. Okay, so probably when he was in the bathroom looking at her phone, finding all this, he wasn't taking snapshots, or maybe he was forwarding things to his phone. Good, you got to have evidence. Whether I know the AP. No, I never in my life met him. I don't even know if this person existed. Also, he is better looking than me. Probably you guys assumed he looks better than me. I'm not ugly, though. I'm 6'2", and I have blue eyes. In my country, that's super rare. Overall, I'm pretty good looking, so her cheating on me is definitely not because of my looks. Dude, you can be the best looking guy in your country. Doesn't mean she's still going to cheat. Because how you behave as the typical nice guy, and you'll see more about this, guys. He behaves, as you're about to see, in ways that could definitely turn off a bunch of women. He means well, and he's certainly loving and caring and all that, but they'll see. So after much thought, I decided that before I take any action on her, I need to talk with her first. Why? Bro, end it. But then again, different culture. You obviously you got to talk to her, fine, but I would say the hell with her. I know my aunt. If I told her, she would never, ever react calmly. She's the kind of person who acts before thinking. You mean she's letting her emotions take over? You mean she's a woman? What I planned was to take her out for a meal, and after that, talk with her in private. Smack! Dude, just go down to the damn park or something. You don't need to buy her a meal, for heaven's sake. I didn't want to make a scene in public. I asked her whether she'd be free on Monday evening, and we both work. Well, frankly, you should have this conversation in public so she can't say you did some things. Well, for a day and a half, I didn't text or call her after driving her home. I wonder if she noticed, because I'm the type of person who contacted her every moment I was free. There you go. That's a sign of a guy who is totally in love, totally infatuated, way more than the relationship. Newsflash, you don't bombard your girl with texts and emails and phone calls and all that. That's what women do. But this guy was raised by a woman, his aunt, doesn't know any better. This shit turns women off. It doesn't justify her actions here, but this is not good. Says here, maybe it's because I was always lonely and alone, but after she came to my life, I'd never been happier. Me reaching out to her every hour wasn't a red flag for me. She answered pretty fast with love. Every hour, smack. She just smacked him earlier. No, that's not how you'd operate, dude. That's what women do. In fact, that's what clingy, stage 5 clinger women do. No, you let them reach out to you. She never had to reach out to you or wonder about you or anything like that because you're always bombarding her with your love and all. This guy's watched too many movies. But again, nobody taught him. He learned probably from the movies and shows and all that. But the good thing about him is he handles things right in the end, which goes to show he can improve. When I saw her in her pretty dress with her makeup on and all, looking gorgeous, my mind started racing about asking her the right then and there. Why did she do that to me? Is it because of my principles of not making love? Or because after 3 years and not proposing, she felt I didn't love her enough? Dude, she didn't cheat on you because she felt you didn't love her enough. In fact, she cheated on you because she was confident that you loved her and you weren't going anywhere no matter what. Or maybe I wasn't enough for her. Maybe I wasn't emotionally there for her, or maybe she got bored of me. Ding, ding, ding. However, I did my best to pretend that everything was okay. After having a meal, we went to my car, and I audio recorded the whole conversation. Smart idea. And guys, you got to kill me, but this is where I have to cut things off abruptly. I should have mentioned in the beginning that this is going to be a two-parter, but it has to be because doing the whole thing is way too long for this particular story. So, we're going to get into part 2, and I'm going to do it 1 hour from here. I'm not going to make it wait 2 hours like I normally do. I'll be merciful here. 1 hour. And you're going to see, when he confronts her, the can of worms she opens up of everything that was going on, all her BS excuses, no different over that part of the world as it over here, all the people that knew, and how, in the end, our guy handled things right. And believe me, never in a million years would she think, upon getting caught cheating, this guy would handle things the way he did. I'll see you in an hour.